خلاص يا عم حل مشاكل في البيت. Okay. How many of you do they love their parents? How many of you love their parents? Yeah, raise your hands. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, Okay, we got 32 of you here. Okay, love their parents. From those 32, only 10 of them memorized the Quran. Okay. How many of you do get grade A in one of the last exams? Raise your hands. By the way, I do have your school reports in my office inside. Okay? With organization, right? So any of you who got, yes, who got A in one of his exams, what? Okay, whoever of you got A in one of his last exams, raise your hands. Excuse you, whoever got an A in one of his last exams, raise your hands. Okay, Zayd, تمام? Okay, did you got any A in your last exams? If you got any A, raise your hands. Okay? Okay. How many got A in more than one subject? In 2 subjects? Okay. How many got A's in 3 subjects? MashaAllah. Okay. How many of you got A in the Quran subject? No, the Quran. I mean the Quran. You know? This Mus'haf is called Quran. Okay? Okay, I say who got A in one of his Quran exams as a subject? You got A. Did you get A in the Quran memorization? Did you grade yourself as A in the Quran memorization? Are you joking? No, this is a joke, right? No, this is a joke, right? No. This is an argument. You're trying to build an argument. Okay? I said A, right? So the answer is yes or no. Okay? So who got an A in one of the Quran memorization? Whoever of you thinks he got an A in his Quran, raise your hands. That's all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, hands down. Now, like you listen, right? Like you listen, right? أنا سامعك. I hear you. Okay? You don't have to scream. I see you. خلاص يا حبيبي. خلاص. Okay, so this is a very quick study of the situation. 100% of you claimed that they do love their parents, right? But 30% of you claim that they do memorize the Quran. Hey, how we relate memorizing to the Quran to the way we love our parents? Okay, there is a yes. Yes, because if you memorize the Quran, you go to heaven. Yusuf? Last time. Hands down. Hands down, Yusuf. Yes? Yusuf. Hands down. Don't cover your face, okay? I don't like this Salah move, okay? Yes? Life is going to be good. How this relates between the Quran and the parents. How we relate it. You know, yes. The Quran talks about parents, yes.
Because you listen to your parents and also you listen to what the Quran says, and like if you know the meaning,
there is a very beautiful thing in what you say, but it's not what you mean. Okay? At a bigger scale, guys, Quran rules your life. and on the same side, your parents drew your life. Like for example, if you want to think at a perfect reference, perfect reference for how you want your life to be, the Quran tells you that. And also your parents will guide you through that. So both of them share the same thing, which is giving you the perfect reference of the perfect thing you should do in your life.
Your parents, like, if you memorize the Quran, then your parents, like, goal will, like, they'll achieve their goal, and, like...
They will achieve their goal. What goal exactly?
Like their goals for raising you?
Yes, one of the goals in raising you is you memorizing the Quran. Okay? That's a good one. But there is a quick question. Why would you memorizing the Quran should be a certain goal for your parents to have? Can someone answer me this question? Guys, when you sit here, forget about everything. I need you to go deep within your mind, within your deep analytic mind, and start to think of things. And believe it or not, if you keep being busy about this bad guy next to you or this good guy next to you, you're not gonna get that part. You need to be fully focused on the point that I'm asking you about, so you can get a clear answer from your deep mind inside, and trying to be someone who's thoughtful. Whenever you're asked a question, you have the mindset, you have the strategic mind to go behind the question and reasoning it and studying the causes and doing the analysis and give me a deep answer. Okay? You got it? So now, why would be memorizing the Quran should be a set goal for your parents in growing you up? Yes?
That means they taught you well.
They taught you well. Okay? Yes?
It taught
Can we all know each other's? Everyone, I point at someone to answer. Please say your name before you answer, okay?
your name is Adam.
Adam?
And the Quran is basically summarize how a Muslim should act. And also when you read the Quran, it says you wear like a crown when
This is the part. This is what I'm going at. Yes. When you memorize the Quran, your parents will wear a crown in the day of resurrection that they got their son to memorize the Quran. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Adam. Good job. MashaAllah. Yes. Yes, Hani.
Your parents teach you stuff, and also the Quran teaches you stuff too.
Okay.
About life and how what's gonna happen. The Quran teaches you what's gonna happen, and also your mom and dad like.
Okay, I'll give you guys an example of what Hani is saying. Yes.
Can I say?
Yes. What's your name first? Yasin, yes.
When you memorize
So Yasin is here to share with us.
when you memorize the Quran, it basically shows your parents that they raised you well.
Yes.
That you succeeded in life.
It shows your parents that they raised you well
That you succeeded in life.
and you succeeded in your life. Okay? Okay. Yes. Hassan? Your name is? Hassan. Hassan is sharing with us.
So, like, when you memorize the Quran, like, your parents are going to be blessed.
Yes, they're going to be blessed. And?
And, like, Jannah, like, they're going to be, like, rewarded.
And in Jannah they're going to be rewarded?
No, not Jannah. In the day, in Yom Qiyamah, they're going to be rewarded.
Yes, in Jannah. Okay.
They're laughing at me.
It's okay. You laughed at yourself. You get what you paid, right? Yes. Anyone wants to share with us? You are how you present yourself. You got it? Don't be upset. People are making fun of you when you act funny. You acted funny, so people have to be fun. Have to make fun of you because you presented yourself as a funny person. You presented your image to the people as you are the funny guy. So you funny guy, don't be upset that we make fun of you. You brought the fun to this conversation. So any one of us wants to share with us? Okay. There is a very famous hadith that the Prophet ﷺ says that for every parent, yes, what you got from my eyes is right. You too stop, please. Thank you. Okay? So, the Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith that when the parents get their son to memorize the Quran, the reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be that in the day of resurrection, they're not going to be coming like anyone else. Those people are different. Why they're different? Because not every person got his son to memorize the Quran. Not every person was able to put the effort to have his son memorize the Quran. So for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to differentiate those who got their kids to memorize the Quran and those who didn't, those who got their kids to memorize the Quran, they come to the day of resurrection wearing a crown. And this crown is called Taj al-Waqar, the crown of respect, the crown of appreciation. Why? Because they put the effort to have their son memorize the Quran. I'll tell you a very nice story, a very, very deep story. And it's deep because of the amount of thought in it, you know. I had a friend that his father died when he was 8 years old. And I used to love his father as a teacher for me, you know. So he got to memorize the Quran, and one day I was asking him, man, alhamdulillah, you finished the Quran. He said, now I achieved one of the goals in my life. What was this goal? To thank his father, because his father didn't enjoy him in the dunya. So he wants, when he sees his father in the hereafter, you know, he sees his father having this crown on him. And this is a way for every single one of you, he wants to say thanks, Dad. He wants to say, Dad, I owe you that. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala didn't speak about this part that it relates to you. No. It relates to your parents. So if you truly love your parents, you know, put in this effort. And beyond that, name to me, and I don't recognize one. And I will tell you my personal experience that all of those who memorized the Quran with me in my village or in my city or in my town, all of those who memorized the Quran, I met with them after the high school, all of them got over 95%. All of them. Means that because they were memorizing the Quran, you know, when you memorize the Quran, you have this in your heart that tells you, oh, you have the Quran in your heart. You know? So I shouldn't be saying this word. I have the Quran in my heart. So I shouldn't be playing this game. You know, I have the Quran in my heart. You know, so I shouldn't be looking at this such a thing or this such a thing. The Quran within you protects you. And when you are protected within your action area, because every one of us has his action area. The more you widen your action area, like for example, if I give one of you one room to clean and give another a whole mosque to clean, who's going to do a better job? The one who has a room or the one that he has the whole mosque to clean? Yes, who's gonna do a better job? The one who has the room or the one who has the whole mosque to clean? I'm asking a very simple question. So if you want to act dumb, keep the answer for yourself. Okay? You have a room to clean, you know, and you have a palace with 1,000 rooms to clean. Who is gonna do a better job? Everyone agrees? Yes. So we call this in psychiatry, we call it the action space. What it is, it's I have energy, right? So if I put my energy, your name is? Boss Yusuf. Look Yusuf. If I have this certain energy and I'm going to use this energy, Yusuf, in a room. I'm going to use my energy in a room. You know, and I'm going to spend the 5 hours cleaning the room. Okay? And then I have a palace. It's a palace. You know, but this palace has 500 rooms. And I have 5 hours to clean. So if I'm going to go over the 500 rooms to clean, this means I will spend only 40 seconds in each room to clean. Would this be enough time for me, or spend the whole 5 hours in one room to clean? One room, 100%, right? Yes. Your name first. Adam.
It's like concentrated more in that room instead of like spread out.
Yes, it's like focused work. Like for example, you have all the school curriculum to study, and same time you have the Quran to memorize, and same time you have your family to visit, and same time you have your friends to play with, and same time you have your PlayStation home, you know, which you have games, and you have a FIFA target and FIFA certain level you need to achieve in the ultimate team or whatever the thing you do, you know, or whatever the sports that you do. So if you try to limit these things, okay, this is I'm gonna mark as no, and this is I'm gonna mark as no, and this is I'm gonna mark as no, and then I'm gonna prioritize things. What does prioritizing things mean? Prioritizing things means I have to do A, B, C. I'm gonna put my school as A, you know, I'm gonna put memorizing the Quran as A plus, I'm gonna put me doing the work that relates to my fun, my happiness, I'm gonna put it as B. You know, I'm gonna put the video games and all of this as C. Okay, now the thing is that our A and A plus, I have to do it every day. Because these are the things that's gonna bring me successfulness in life. So I'm gonna classify these parts as A. My family and my family friends, you know, those I'm gonna classify them as B. This is something you should do, like, you know, whenever there's a family gathering, you know, I need to spend quality time with them. You know? Okay, so what about video games and these things? Okay, I'm gonna classify this as C. C means I could do it weekly, but it's not gonna be done before I finish my A's and B's. And this way you have a balanced way of spending your time. Now, you're limiting the time you have to the space that you have. You're not like scattered every day you play video games, you hang out with your friends, and then you come by the end of the day, I didn't do my homework. And then you end up, the homework of today is left for tomorrow, and the homework for today and tomorrow is left for the day after, and then the homework for this week have been delayed to the week after, and then came the exam, you haven't studied much, you're barely able to study, you didn't do much of this. You didn't get the grade that you want. And at the end, your parents receive the school report, you have done terrible. You have told your parents in words, I love you, but in action, you have told them, I love my self and my nafs way more than you. I love my foolishness, I love my stupid mentality and planning strategy more than how I love you. I failed to manage my time. I failed to manage my skills. I failed to manage the amount of mind I have, the amount of brain cells I have. I failed to manage all of this. I was scattered between million things doing. You know, I'm gonna go to school, but in my way to school, I'm gonna do this wrong thing, and this wrong thing, and this wrong thing, and this wrong thing, and not just that. Then I'm gonna go to school, speak to this friend, and this friend, and this friend about this wrong thing, and this wrong thing, and this wrong thing, and this became your day. Doing wrong things and speaking about wrong things. On the same time, there is another guy who's doing all the right things, and he plans his time to do the perfect things for him only. You know? Could this be equal to this? Could you have the same guys in one party? Your Lord, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, said in the Quran, ضرب الله مثلا عبدا مملوكا لا يقدر على شيء ومن رزقناه منا رزقا حسنا فهو ينفق منه سرا وجهرا هل يستوون؟ الحمد لله بل أكثرهم لا يعلمون. Allah says in the Quran, I give you a parable for someone that he is a slave. He cannot do anything in life. Could this person be equal to someone that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him everything in life, and he spends his day and night spending all that Allah blessed him with to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Are this slave and this servant the same? They're not. One have invested in what Allah blessed him with, and one have lost it all. So you choose for yourself. This week, I want to plan things. This week, I'm going to change things in my life. And week on week become a month with a month become a semester, and this is how you change your grade in the school. And that's how you get the Quran to be memorized. Can someone call the adhan, please? Yes, Ali? السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعين به ونستهديه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله تعالى من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله تعالى فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له ونشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله بلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح للأمة وجاهد في الله حق جهاده حتى أتاه اليقين. The brothers, alhamdulillah, we're blessed to have you here in the masjid, and something I really want to have your attention on is how to have a quality time in the masjid. Not quantity time, not I go to the masjid every Friday, a couple of hours, and my parents know that I'm in the masjid for a couple of hours every week, and they think I'm being a good guy. I don't want that. I want you to come for a quality time in the masjid. This masjid is a spiritual space that I only go there with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That I come here to reflect on myself, to look back at all the past week and see where is my drops, where is my mistakes, where is the things that I have done wrong, and plan for my next week. That this is what I should do, this is how I should prioritize my time, prioritize my schedule, have a plan to succeed this week, and have this week to be different 100% than the past one. This is how it is. And that's why in the Quran, every Friday we recite a chapter called the cave. The cave. The cave means you have your own cave, have your own nafs. You reflect on yourself, you see how you do things. You see how you do things in life, whether it's in a good way, so we fix it, and we work on it, and we try to make it better, or in a bad way, so we totally stop it, and we never do it again. Okay? And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about these people in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants everyone to perfect what he does. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, وَاللَّهُ يُحِبُّ الْمُحْسِنِينَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves those who are perfectionists. Why they are perfectionists? Because if your parents are watching you doing something, you're going to do it in a nice way. So what about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala watching you all the time? Having this in the back of your mind, having this in your mentality, will make you do everything in the perfect way. In the perfect way that pleases Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So this is how we should think of things. So this is how we should think of things and how we change it in your life. And one of the things that we need to think deep in it is how we memorize the Quran. Why do we memorize the Quran? Okay? And we said one of the reasons that we memorize the Quran is we truly do love our parents. And we want to give to them something special. It's not Father's Day. It's not any day. It's something that you gifted to them eternally. Something that lasts with them. And I said to you, by you memorizing the Quran, this is something that you can give to your parents, the crown of appreciation and respect from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the day of resurrection. And this is the way you honor them in front of all the creation that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. Okay? أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. الحمد لله الذي رفعنا بحق أعلاه وأزهق الباطل فنقاه وخلق الإنسان فسواه وشق سمعه وبصره ثم هداه اللهم لك الحمد أنت نور السماوات والأرض ومن فيهن، ولك الحمد أنت قيوم السماوات والأرض ومن فيهن، ولك الحمد أنت الحق وقولك حق والنبيون حق والساعة حق وكل ما جاء من لدنك حق. Dear brothers, I hope that you coming into the masjid is something meaningful to you. I hope that you coming into the masjid is not like you going to the school, you going to home, you going anywhere. You coming into the masjid. You're getting closer to the extreme power. You're coming to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the one that in a word of Him can fix every problem you have in your life. The one in a word of Him can bless you in this dunya and in the akhirah. The one in His hands and in His word is your pleasure and your suffering. The one in His words are your easiness and your hardness. That's the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So be in a good page with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and be on a good page with those that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tied you to, connected you to. You know, speaking about your parents, your Muslim friends, speaking about your neighbors, speaking about your school friends, speaking about every place you're there. You need there to tell the people that, hey, I'm connected to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am tied to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'm a Muslim. When it's time for them, I pray for them. You know, I'm someone who memorizes the whole Quran. You know, I'm someone that he prays the night prayer. You know, I'm someone who prays 5 times a day. You know, I'm someone who fasts the month of Ramadan. You know, I have different life. Why you have different life? Because you guys have no plans. But Allah planned my life. This is how the life of a Muslim. And I need you to deeply think of this. Deeply think of this. To be the track that you take in your life. The train that you ride in your life. I want to be on that train. I want to be on that track. I want to be successful in this dunya and in the akhirah. And I'm not going to be successful alone. I'm going to be successful with me and everyone who has a favor on me. And on top of all of those who have favor on you, your parents do exist. ما من يوم جمعة إلا في ساعة إجابة. فادعوا الله معي عسى أن تكون هذه الساعة. اللهم يا أحق من دعوناه ويا أكرم من رجوناه ويا خير من اتقيناه ومن علينا بغفرانك وعاملنا بفضلك وإحسانك وهب لنا نورا من أنوارك وذكرا من أذكارك ولا تكلنا إلى أنفسنا طرفة عين ولا أقل من ذلك. اجعل لنا لسان صدق في الآخرين واجعلنا من ورثة جنة النعيم ونجنا من عذابك ونيرانك. اللهم كن لنا ولإخواننا أجمعين عونا معينا وركنا ركينا وسندا متينا. اللهم تقبل شهداءنا في فلسطين وفي لبنان وفي سوريا وفي السودان وفي اليمن وفي كل مكان من أرضك يا رب العالمين. اللهم ارحم موتاهم واشف مرضاهم وداوي جرحاهم وأطعم جوعاهم وأغث عطشاهم وتول فتلاهم واكفل أيتامهم واحمل عجائزهم وفك قيد أسرارهم. اللهم يا من عز جاره وجل سلطانه اجعلهم في جوارك وضمانك وأمانك. قوموا إلى صلاتكم يغفر الله لنا ولكم.